So, good day everyone. We are the group 7 and here is my co-member. So today we are going to present a survey was conducted among NBSC students, the monthly income of both parents of 32 randomly selected students of NBSC. So first is compute the mean, median, and mode. So here is the formula for the mean, as you can see. So the mean is the average monthly income of the parents. To get it all incomes were added and divided by the total number of respondents, which is 32. Is 2.19 thousand pesos, meaning the average monthly income of the parents is about 32,190. So next is the median. So as you can see, the median is there are 2 even numbers, and then 16 and 17 values median. So it's 29,000 pesos. The median is mid of the average since there are 2 values and were added by 2. So the result is 29 pesos, which means earn below 9,000 and half earn above it. So the next is the mode. The values that appear most often are 10, 12, 15, 25, 38, 40. So that is the mode. Is a value that appears most often in the data that, as I mentioned earlier, is the 10, 12, 15, 18, 58, and 40 appeared twice. So they are considered So next is the calculate the range, variance, and standard deviation. So for the range, so una siya ang formula. Range is equal to highest value minus lower value. The range shows the difference between the highest and lowest income. The highest income is 72 and the lowest is 5. Their difference is 67. Showing how spread out the income. So next is we're going to calculate is the variance. So the variance measure how far the incomes are from the average income. So pag kuhanin mo na siya is imo pagid na siyang dahan siya process pag compute so that makuha nimo ang compound variance nga 387.38, which indicates that the incomes vary widely. So next is the standard deviation. Para makuha nimo ang standard deviation is imo siyang you are going to square root of the variance. The result is 19.68, meaning the incomes are commonly about 19.68 thousand pesos away from the average income. So, muna siya ang pagkuha sa standard deviation. As you can see in the PPT, nga naon siya pag-compute. So, next, reporter.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will be the one who explaining the part C. So, for the part C is to determine the range of values that contains the middle 68% of the data. So for the part C, we determine that the range that contains the middle 68% of the data using the formula mean plus or minus standard deviation. The mean is 32.19 and the standard deviation is 19.68. By Strab, we got 51 and a upper value of 51.87. This means that the most of the students' parents' monthly income are approximately between 12.51 thousand and 51.87 thousand pesos. And for the part D, so the part D is compute the z-score of 20,000 and 45,000 and interpret what each value indicates about their position relative to the mean. So for the part D, we computed that the z-scores of 20,000 and 45,000 is to determine their position relative to the mean. So the z-score of 20,000 is negative 0.62, which means it is 0.
So for letter E, values belonging to the top 20% and bottom 10%. So sa top, we are looking for the income value where only the highest 20% of parents belong. From the Z table, the Z-score for the top 20% is Z equals 0.84. So using the formula, X equals X bar plus Z times X. So substitute the values na siya. X equals 32.19 plus 0.84 and 19.68. So para na siya ng 8 times. So 0.84 times 19.68 equals 16.53. And then 32.9 plus 16.33 rather equals 48.72. So muna siya ang answer, 48.72. This means that parents who earn 48.72 thousand pesos and above belong to the top 20% of the income data. So for the bottom, we are looking for income value where the lowest 10% of students' parents belong. From the Z table, the Z-score for the bottom 10% is Z equals negative 1.28. So using the same formula, the Z equals X equals X bar plus Z times X. So para makuha po ni siya nga answer is imo siyang E times gihapon. Negative 1.28 times 19.68 equals negative 25.19. And then 32.19 plus negative 25.19 equals 7,000 pesos. So this means that parents who earn 7,000 pesos and below belong to the bottom 10% of the income data. So let's proceed the left.
So let's proceed to F, population of students whose parents earn 15,000 or less. We need to find the percentage of students whose parents earn 15,000 or below. So first, solve for the z-score. Z equals 15 minus 32.19 divide 19.68 equals 0.87. From the Z table, probability that Z is less than or equal to negative 0.87. So to convert to percentage, so ang 0.1922 is i-times siya sa 100 para ma-equals siya sa 19.22%. The result means that about 19.22% of the students has parents earn a monthly increase of 15,000 or less.
the part of letter G is, what is the probability what a randomly selected student has parents with monthly income of 40,000 or more? So, para makuha na to ang probability o percentage is nato step 1, like i-identify na to ang given values, which is si mean, standard deviation, and target income. So, we use the z-score formula to know how far the 40,000 pesos is from the mean. So, for the step 2 is substitute the values, which is Z equals 40,000 minus 32.19 divided by 19.68. So, ang result is 0.40. So, from the table of Z, is makita nato diri is PZ less than 0.40 equals 0.6554. And second is P Z less than 0.40 equals 1 minus 0.6554. So for that is, ang question asks for the probability of income being 40,000 pesos or more. So we subtract from 1, which is P Z less than 0.40 equals 1 minus 0.6554 equals 0.3446. So, nakuha na nato si probability, which is probability equals 0.3446. Thus, sa percentage is mahimo siyang 34.46%. So, for the part H is approximately how much is the income of both parents of a randomly selected students with a z-score of 1.25. So, para makuha na to ang letter H nga answer is natay formula, which is x equals x bar plus z times s. So, para makuha na to is gikopy na to si mean, which is 32.19 plus 1.25 times 19.68. So, unahon na itong multiply ang 1.25 times 19.68, which is nag-result siya og 24.60. Plus, i-add na to si 32.19 equals 56.79. So, the income is approximately 56.79 thousand pesos. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope you learned something valuable today. Thank you.